Hello, and welcome to a vintage story thing, specifically a season 2 thing. And if you happen to be just joining us, welcome, and don't worry, I'm gonna get you caught up. Just like season 1, this isn't a challenge run, it's not a speed run, I'm not going in with a mega build as a goal. All of that stuff is cool, but I'm into vintage story as a vibe, and I want to share it with you. Unlike season 1, we're not starting from zero. Last episode, we built a boat and loaded it up with chests full of everything worth taking with us, and set sail for the distant lands of 1.22. Along the way, I've been prospecting for iron, and the first world where I found a hint of iron piqued my interest. We've got a nice big continent here. Looks like this might be kind of a low-laying bay. This is probably a rapid here. It looks like there's another one over here. And there's a limestone here. So we already have a source of lime, which is excellent news. And unfortunately, I can't be too choosy about where we end up settling because we're totally out of food. So I think this is probably the island we're gonna call home. I mean, there are worse islands, certainly. Let's see what's going on in this bay over here. We are in the bay now, so let's take a look around. And oh, there's another little waterfall. That is an awful lot of cattails. Blue clay. Ooh, I need to get out and mark that. Blue clay is one of the valuables we brought with us. I'm not sure about settling over here. This terrain feels a little bit weird for that. Possibly up here, though, might be good. So I'm gonna try taking the boat to the north around here. See what we can find. Oh, and while I'm here, I should take a reading. Doesn't happen to be a cave nearby, is there? There's a wolf. Not really what I'm looking for, but thank you for letting me know. And time is a little bit of the essence right now. It is already getting kind of late. It's already about 1900. The sun is low. Oh, I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get around. So this is inland, and this is an inland lake. Slightly less convenient than I would have liked. Well, let's see what's going on in this kind of bay area. This looks relatively level. This might be good to build on. Or even like into this ridge. I guess we'll see what's there. Let's see, we've got medium fertility. It's relatively flat, this little area here. It's not that big though. Really hoping to be able to get like over here, but alas, I mean, this isn't that bad. All I need to do is some terraforming anyway. What does this pass grant access to? There's something good over here. Oh, red clay, nice. Not really what I meant, but you'll love to see it anyway. And there's a cute little pond, good for fishing probably, maybe, hopefully. Also the ocean, so this is less navigable than I would like. I think this is too small for us. I could set up on this island here. It might be kind of fun. I don't know what all else it would give access to, though it would be pretty tedious needing to always use the boat to get anywhere. Oh, it does look like there's another continent to the west of the island. I think this island, continent, whatever it is, has some kind of low-lying, flattish areas that might be good for hunting. I don't know, I'm kind of hoping here. Because we're going to need some food pretty quick. Ooh, this might have a bit of a steep shoreline, but this looks nice and flat in here, relatively speaking anyway. I see a couple rabbits. That bodes well. Looks like it is starting to get a little bit lighter, and there's rain coming in again. Oh, there's flat terrain all over the place here. Nice. Oh, I'm glad I came this way. Look at this little bay. Oh, it's rather big, actually. That is about 1 kilometer long, north and south. Ooh, hot springs. We'll have to check those out. But I wanted to check out this little pocket, because it might be cute to like build around this horseshoe shape, assuming it's relatively level. Otherwise, it's all of that land over there. But let's see what we've got here. I mean, I could. This would work. But I'm standing here and I'm looking over at that shoreline. That deer is going to become food. Oh, yo, you are fast. Oh. Okay, then. Fennel. Look at that. I'm just going to mark that. I don't think we have inventory space right now. Not before we get our chests laid out, anyway. There are a lot of berry bushes around. Oh, these are all ripe. Let's grab some berries then. I don't think this is the kind of bay I was looking for. Let's head over to that other shore. Ooh, tin ore. That's a nice find. I want it, but I can't. We will have so many. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. We will have so many display shelves and cases and what have you. It'll be very cute. But right now, we gotta find someplace to live. Oh, that's the deer. I'm gonna try to lead it onto the shore. There it is. And where did that deer? Oh, there it is. It is genuinely hard to get close enough to things. Oh. Oh, there's the other sphere. Oh! No, don't run into the water again. Got it. Okay, good. Let's eat some berries so that we stop honking. This is so many purple lupins. How lovely. Did I bring any clay with us? I don't think I did. I have a quern. I have 10 pieces of blue clay. That is it. And I need to build some, like, utilitarian basics. Let's check out this stretch here. This especially looks nice and low. And I think these might even be peat deposits, which would be pretty nice. And that might be red clay, which would be lovely. Because we need that, like, really badly. Oh, there's a ton of cattails here. Look at this. Oh, there's so many. It's nice and flat and open. There's access to some woods. Yep, I think this is gonna do it. We disembark, and I need a couple things here. Why can't I access the stuff? I now have to be in the boat to access the chests. That's weird. So I need the saw, and did I bring boards? No. No, I did not. Then I need the axe. Some trees. This way. Oop. Liberty caps. I'll mark them. I will come back to those later. Ooh, my auto map marker mod marked them as non-poisonous. So that's pretty exciting. Hearing pig noises. Come on, pigs. I'm not here to mess with you. Yeah, go. You don't want none of this. But apparently you do. Okay, I think the pigs bailed, which is good. That's good. Shale. You know what? I don't think I've ever settled where there's shale before. Can you do anything unique with it? And the answer appears to be no, not really. It's just a dark rock. That's cool. We like those. I think those are fruit trees over there. I'm gonna check that out as soon as this comes down. We have so many fruit tree stems though. We're gonna be just fine on that front. Yes, it is definitely a fruit tree. This is yellow apple, and it's next to a pear. That's a chicken. Okay, so I'm gonna mark that there's chickens there. Is there a bird? No. Because I would like to get chickens under my belt, and this is a weird little thing. It rains almost all the time here? Heck yeah! Those are stability. So our gear here looks nice and stable. It's staying at 100%. And this icon over here, if it had a number over it, it would mean it is under 150% stability. That's a whole mechanic. 100 is the break-even point. 150 means you can regain stability, and under 100 means that you lose stability. Okay, so I need clay. Let's see. This is a discolored patch. Let's see if that's cool. Is that brown coal? Just like out in the open? I think it might be, but I'm gonna need like a ladder to get down there, and I do not have one right now. So I'm just gonna carry on. And yes, it's red clay. Excellent, 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 excellent. My inventory is completely full. Okay, and I'm gonna make a very temporary structure, and you'll see just how temporary it is in a moment here. This is how temporary I'm talking. I'm super glad these cattails are here, because it means that we'll be able to harvest a bunch and make baskets to get, hopefully to catch some bunnies and chickens. I forgot to get a shovel. That's fine. I need enough for a pot and a bowl, and I can figure out more from there. But for now, I think that's all I need. The reason I'm hurrying up with this is we have this red meat. I would much rather make a meal out of it than just roast it over the fire, because you get much less in the way of useful calories if you just cook it over the fire compared to if you make a meal out of it. So obviously, I want to make a meal. You love to see it. I need a bowl so that I can actually eat. Just gonna do the one for now. I have 2 more slots. What else should I make? Oh, I will be needing a crucible. I'll need a second pot, actually. Good point, me. Because I know I'm gonna have to render fat, and I think that ruins the pot. Could be wrong. I guess we're gonna find out. This is all new to me, too. 1.22 is all new to me. I've interacted with... I don't know that I've interacted with any of the 1.22 mechanics. I've tested all of the mods that we're using. Link is in the description, by the way. But for the vanilla mechanics, I am discovering them with you. So that's kind of fun, right? Okay, that's our 4. I need a place that I can put this, that it won't catch anything on fire. Why is the boat so buggy? It's unfortunate, really. I did not bring like any building blocks. That's fine. Those berries did not last for very long. It's janky, but you know what? It's gonna work. Is it 10 sticks? I think it's 10 sticks, yeah. Oh, it's 8. Okay, so I only need like 3 more. There we are. Now the firewood. Alright, now it is time for me to find some berries again. Yes, I see the mushrooms. I intend to make those into a meal. Oh, there's more chickens here. Love that too. There's a ruin. Is there a useful farming? I'll look at that later. Not right now. Seed. And there were berry bushes every few feet before. What's going on? Now that I need them. Ah, here we go. All right, it's going to take 24 hours, so I need to find more food. What is that? Am I hearing some friendly honks? Furniture trader. Well, that doesn't seem particularly useful to us at the moment, but we might as well say hi. Haven't seen you around before. You just wake up? Well, we did just get here. Well, good morning to you. Name's Sarah. I roam around these parts, finding and trading what I can. Well, good evening, Sarah. What do you got to trade? Yeah, nothing that we need right now. Sleek doors, though. That's kind of fun. Some paintings. Yeah, we might stop in and visit. But for right now, we got other things to deal with. Other problems to solve. Oh. Growth stage dormant. What does that mean? Huh. Copper! Nice. Not gonna lie, the fennel makes me want licorice. Now we could make salty licorice? Salmiaki's good stuff. But speaking of, I should have a doubles out. I've still got some of those. Well, this area is like bare bedrock, so I'm not gonna find any berry bushes here. Oh, exposed quartz. That's convenient. I will mark this. Oh, you can even see it on the map. That's pretty neat. I'll mark that just for reference. It's very convenient though, I like that. So I think it's safe to say our first order of business should be to get the farms back set up and running. We're in kind of a strange place, I gotta say. We have like a ton of resources, we're well into tin bronze, but we've got no food to our name after it was basically a full year. Well, like year and a half. Oh, eat, nice. Is it just me or is the catmint like way more saturated now? We've got some beeswax as well, but I'd really like to hear bees at some point while I'm exploring. There's a trader over there. Alright, we are down to our final berry. These are definitely not plentiful enough to live off of, unfortunately. But I'm gonna start heading home to wait for our pit kiln to finish. Whoa. That's a cave. But I'm gonna get headed home, wait for our pit kiln to finish so that we can make this meal as soon as possible. You may be able to notice one of our mods already in effect. This is Real Smoke. We're playing with this, and I'm really looking forward to messing around with it for our architecture. Smoke will fill volumes, like it'll fill rooms if we're not careful about making sure it has a place to vent. So we'll have to actually build chimneys and other means of managing our smoke. So that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna seal that up so that nothing comes in here and tries to kill me. Now I'm gonna go get some tea while we wait. I return with a mug of cranberry hibiscus herbal tea. It's not a new tea, but it's a familiar one. I figure munching on cranberries in game, might as well drink some. I'm just letting the tea steep for a bit, but you may have caught a glimpse of my mug this episode. And yes, that is merch. It's available in a link down below, and there is also a wallpaper using the same assets, which is pay what you want, feel free to put in 0. That is a gift commemorating our first season. This fire pit is struggling to vent. Let me pop a hole in the ceiling. Oh, I am asphyxiating in here. Ooh, okay, I think we're good with the hole in the roof, which is not optimal, but hey, it's better than dying. I'll figure out optimal later. While that's going, I'm just gonna cut some cattails because we need reed basket traps. I like seeing the smoke from a distance. That's very fun. You know, when we start unpacking, I'm probably gonna plant all of our cattail roots just in with these ones. Fill this bay out a little bit more. Maybe this will be Cattail Bay. Cattail Cove? What is a cove, actually? That's an important question to be asking. Cove is a small bay or coastal inlet. Usually have narrow restricted entrances, circular or oval, and situated within a larger bay. Interesting. Okay, it might actually be a cove. Small, narrow, sheltered bays, inlets, tidal creeks, or recesses in a coast are often considered coves. How interesting. They form because the shore is made of a harder stone than further inland, so the inland area erodes before the shoreline does. That's neat. And it's not quite done. Okay, back to work. So is this a cove? This is definitely a bay. That's a cove. Maybe... maybe it is. I'm sure things get away with calling themselves coves all the time, even if they don't fit the strict definition. cove sounds more marketable. You understand. Oh, there goes our knife. I have no flint on me. I guess these cattails are safe. For now. I need to make a knife, though. I don't think I even have any sticks. Oh, gee. I know I have flint. Yeah, I have flint on the boat. Sticks? I don't think I do have. There's one. Still smoking. Alright, I'm just gonna get back to using my knife on these cattails then. Ooh, copper. Heck yeah. Don't mind if I do. Oh, there's a fox there. Jack-o'-lantern. I think jack-o'-lanterns are poisonous, right? Yes. Jack-o'-lanterns are bad. Sulfur? Ooh. Well, that's a neat find. Oh, there's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns here. That's great for our potion making. It's not great for our being in need of food. I don't think I've ever found sulfur bits before. That's a neat find. Right, it's afternoon, so I'm gonna kind of start making our way back home and seeing if that's done yet. It would be very nice if it was. Yes, I'm using bandages to stop me from starving to death. Does that make much sense? No. Will this probably get patched going forward? I mean, yeah. Okay, good, that's done. Give me the pot. Place it there. Now, the meat. Oh, you can only have one set of berries. Okay, sure then. All right, we have 4 meals incoming. Very good. And we've got some other things. We have our bowl, we'll need that. Spare pot and our crucible. Did I bring a bed with us, or do I need to make one? I see that I have to be sitting in the boat again. The boat is really buggy. It's like it's really buggy. It's pretty bad. It's in a bad way. And now I've got the storage vessel. Heck yeah. Oh, just in time for a meal to finish. Good stuff. Let's have it. Let's have a bowl. Ah, finally. The hunger pause. Okay. We need food. We need to figure out food and we need to figure out storage. I managed to clear out the storage vessel, so we at least have this. I'm gonna start dunking some stuff in it because we need to clear up space. All right, that's a little bit better anyway. I'm gonna go get some clay. I'm gonna start making another storage vessel. It's tea drinking temperature. So I'm gonna need more wood. Where's the nearest forest? Okay, it is to the west. Let's go. I don't have an axe. Let's deal with our tools. We have a chest. Like, we officially have a chest. Very exciting. I'm gonna dunk some of our crap in here. So we're starting to unpack. Our inventory is looking a little bit more manageable. Feeling more manageable? Maybe it's more feeling more manageable. Oh, this is the arch that I was already at. Okay. Still weird. Alright, now these logs, I'm gonna go grab our saw, and we're gonna turn these into some chests, because we need the storage. If we're gonna start building things out, we need storage really badly. We'll take 1. No, let's do 2 for now. Oh, I can just pull these out with carry on. Nice. Well, I'm doing that then. Oh, it's on my back now. This is so much nicer. And there we have it. Our ship is fully unloaded. This isn't gonna last forever. We need to start stocking up on food again. I need to go hunting. You know what? Let's start writing stuff down. Because we've still got our journal. So I think building this season is going to be interesting because we're starting with a ton of seeds. Like, farms and organized farms specifically are kind of our top priority right now. I actually need to change our design of the farms because berries have been changed, and I used to line my greenhouses with berries, but now accumulating that many berries is a bit of a struggle, so I don't think we'll actually be doing that. Let me go grab these mushrooms, see if we can turn these into some meals to store. Oh, I can make it soup with water. Like, would that be annoying to do? Yeah, probably. Wait. I can make a bucket relatively easily. Yeah, I have some twine somewhere. There it is. The first bucket of the world. And when we have like a full series of 6 kit pilns and... Did I say kit pilns? When we have a full set of 6 pit kilns and all of the bloomeries and the forge and cooking, there's going to be so much smoke. It'll be really neat. I'm looking forward to that. You know, I just realized I'm doing a lot of worrying about food for someone who has access to fishing now. I should check that out, because I have not looked into it at all yet. Game mechanic fishing. Fishing pool, bait, and a large body of water. Make a worm grunter to get worms or cook up some stink bait. So dough can be made with fennel, licorice. Oh, look, there is licorice. Nice. And dough. So fennel and licorice, or fennel or licorice and dough. Fennel and licorice are red meat or poultry. Okay. The bushmeat one and fish. Okay. Right, so I can make one out of 3 sticks, and then you have to put bait on it in the grid, or bamboo. So bamboo is 300 durability, simple has 300. They're the same. Interesting. I'm kind of surprised there isn't an upgraded fishing pole. How do you make the worm grunter? Oh, knife and a stick. Cool. Still kind of hoping that I run into a forest mushroom or something. Field mushroom. I'm gonna fill this. Can you not seal with beeswax anymore? Is that a thing? Oh, to seal a crock, simply place it on the ground and use the sealing item on it. Oh, I'm asphyxiating again. Well, okay. So I put this down and now I just use it. Oh, okay. And now you can actually see the seal on it. Look at that. How cute. And how long does that have on it? Kind of can't tell. Oh no, that's my only bowl. I need to make another bowl. See, so it's about noon. I'm starving, so I gotta eat something. But it's about noon. I'm gonna head out, try to look for some place specific to build. I don't really want to be right on the shoreline like this. But we also really, really need to go get more calories. But let me drink this mushroom. Oh, that was oh wow, it's really bright. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. Oh, that's fantastic. What is that in the sky? Oh, perfect. Oh, I have nothing but positive feedback about this feature. It's so good. Alright, let's go hunting. I have a whole crock of this stuff, too. Oh no. Why is it all flashing? I have no idea where I'm going, for the record. I'm just charging off. What's going on the map? Ooh, I want to see what's up in here. That looks like maybe interesting geography to build in. I do really like the flat area here, though. There's like a hill. You know what? Yeah, let's go check that out. This is some awful colorful shale. It's making me think it's other stuff. It's like every rock is potentially interesting. I mean, I guess that's kind of always true, isn't it? Alright, here's that hill. And I kind of wish we could see better. And I don't even mean the trippy effects. I mean the fog. But I wouldn't mind being able to better see the sight lines from this hill. We'll come back when it isn't raining. Although rainfall here is very common. Oh, that's a bear! That's a bear! Oh, jeez, why is it still chasing me? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that worked. Wow, that was very far. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way. I assume fly agaric is also psychoactive. And I'm starving again. That really did not keep me full for long. Okay, that's not great news. Wavy caps, what are these? Oh, they don't say they're poisonous. What's the worst that could happen? I get more high? So it is starting to fade. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're back. Oh, it's a lot now. Alright. Okay, this is actually really freaky. Oh no, there's another bear. And I don't have a good place to run. Please fall down the pit. No, it didn't. It did not. I tried to make that happen again. Good. Oh. Okay, good. It's still down there. Oh, 2 bears. That's a lot. Ooh, bullets. Well, king bullets I think are safe. Guess we'll find out, won't we? There's a bunch of them, and I like that. Copper! Actually, copper, too. Not just me hallucinating copper. Actually, I keep thinking these shale stones have purple chunks of something on them. I'm pretty sure there is not a purple ore. It's me kind of excited though, because a purple ore, yeah, you better believe I'd be trying to collect that. I don't know what it would be, but it would be in my pockets. Okay, so I'm on the wavy bit now, this wavy chunk of the map here. This is some very vanilla-like terrain generation, this little cluster here. And some of that is neat. I like these weird kind of wavy striations across the landscape. They are kind of interesting, though with the vanilla terrain generation they can be overbearingly massive and they're very hard to traverse. They're interesting as a canvas to build like bridges and infrastructure across. Oh, look at this. We got exposed copper with medium quality too, that's not bad. Some flint in here. I'll pick that up when I come through. I might as well. There's really nothing further in. That's a nice little cave. A bunch of copper all over the top here too. We'll be coming back for that soon enough. This feels like the kind of ruin that there's probably something underneath, and I don't really have the tools or the time to deal with that right now. One of the big things that's changed with berry bushes, there's a number of changes actually. The biggest one is that if you break the berry bush block, quote unquote, which is how you used to collect berries, the whole bush just breaks into, I believe it's plant debris, which you can't do anything with, though it does eventually rot into rot. But more interestingly, you can also take cuttings of berry bushes. 1 cutting per year, which is pretty limiting, though it would scale exponentially on subsequent years, but still, that's pretty slow. But there's an additional mechanic where you can see that the info block on these just says that they are healthy and a mature plant. This one is struggling and ripening, but this one here is weak rooted. It takes 30% more nutrients from the soil. And this one, oh, I thought my arm was, oh, well, there's one somewhere over that hill. And this one has thin-skinned fruit, which gives it negative 35% ripe duration and sparsely clustered berries, which makes it slower to harvest. So over time, as you propagate berries throughout your farm, you would want to focus on berry bushes with positive traits. And this is a little bit kind of analogous to breeding different traits into the plants that into the crops that you're planting, that you're farming. So that's kind of neat. And I'm interested to see how that'll play out over engaging with it over the long term. Right now, I don't know exactly where we're going to be, so I'm just not taking cuttings. But as we go forward and have more of a permanent place where I'm actually going to be setting up, I will indeed be collecting cuttings as we go. Ooh, cracked vessel forage. We have a pretty empty inventory. Is that grass and some andesite stone? Sure, I'll probably be dropping those. I'll probably be dropping those for something else, but I'll take them for now, why not? I'm also noticing, and I don't know if this is just a first year thing or if this is how these are going to work in every year, but I'm noticing that they're highly staggered in when they ripen. So I'll be curious to see how that works in a farming environment. I'm very excited to play with the new berry mechanics. So this whole coastline here is a big cliff into the sea. It wouldn't be the most practical thing to try to build here, but it would be dramatic overlooking the ocean. This is a pretty cool coastline over here. It looks like there's a trader way out there on that, it's not a sandbar, but maybe that's an isle. Just heard a pig. Where did the pig go? The pig is there. You think it'll stop running eventually? And I can line up another shot? Yes. Oh, that's so clean. Okay, but now I gotta get down there. Crude ladder. Ooh, do these break when you use them? Oh my god, if these break when you use them, that's... I would love and hate that at the same time. Hey, I still have 2 more. Oh, that's a lot of red meat. Excellent, let's go. I'll take these bones too. We're gonna need that fertilizer sooner rather than later. Alright, now, how am I gonna get out of here? Oh, I like the crude ladder a lot. Little branches sticking off of some of them, that's fun. I like that. This game is so good. It's just, it's got a good art style. It's got good vibes. I like this game. Might be able to tell. Oh, I'm about to hit 800 hours. In fact, I probably will during this recording session. That doesn't update live, though I've only been recording for about 20 minutes in this session. This is day 2 of recording. The wolf just ran away. So I know that animal behavior got updated this update, and it is definitely more interesting. It's still pretty exclusively relative to the player. Like they either run towards or away from you. But I am noticing that it's a lot less consistent than it used to be in a way that feels more interesting and believable. So I do like that. It's an improvement. Ooh, lead ore. Love to see that. Ah, and more copper. Nice. Is that our little tent? Or yurt, probably. It is! Wow. That's really lit up, isn't it? I mean, I know there's a lantern in front of the door, but wow. Just more than I realized, I guess. Death caps. Those are definitely poisonous, but I'm gonna mark them for potions. There seem to be a lot more mushrooms in this world, and kind of excited about that. The actual supply of poisonous mushrooms was a limiting factor for me last season, so I'm excited to get more into the Alchemy mod. It seemed really neat last time. I wish we had done more with it. So I'm gonna aim 2 this time. A lot of horsetail here. I want to get a farm started for some of this. There sure are a lot of berry bushes though. They're not all ripe, but there's a lot of them. Honestly, the staggering might be easier for, especially in the first year for new players, because you're less likely to pick them all and then, you know, not have any for, what was it, like 18 days between berry harvests? It's long enough to have a death or two. Oh, you know, it's night, but it is clear. I want to see what I can see from on top of this hill, since we're passing by. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna come back here in the day. I'd like to build on terrain that is not totally flat. It's a little bit uneven, but not like to the point that it becomes cumbersome to build in, if you know what I mean. I want it to be enough elevation that I don't want to terraform and I have to build around it, rather than enough elevation deviation, like enough noise in there that I have to level everything that I build. Looking for a nice balance there. It's probably going to be hard to find. All right, we are home. We have a pot. Let's do something with it. Do I have any other edibles? I don't think I do. These are all like temporary containers and I'm still learning where things are, even though I put them there. Just the way it goes, isn't it? That's right. Fat is perishable now. Where did my other... There it is. Fresh for 19 hours. That's not great. Should have had that in here. I need to make this meal, but I'll investigate what's going on with that after. And where's our peat? Didn't I harvest a bunch of peat? I guess not. Okay. Where's our peat? Up here. Ooh, are there any vessels? Any vessels that I can immediately see? Correction? Oh, I think there's something under this building. Not dealing with that right now. Here's a vessel. Seed. I'll mark it. That can wait. Am I totally misremembering that auto map marker used to mark vessels? Am I making that up? Well, I guess that ruin marker that I placed is right on top of it, so we'll just stick with that. But that's weird. This is farming. Oh, there's another one. Or I'll be back for these. I do still have the crock of trippy stew, so there's that. I don't know if I actually want to live off a trippy stew. That was pretty strong. But I'd like to place the kind of core of our settlement a little bit slightly elevated above the rest of the terrain so that we get a nice view out. Obviously we'll be building like lookout towers and stuff, but I feel like just having the main core of the settlement being a little bit elevated would be nice. Oh, we have another ceramic pot ready to go. Not ceramic pot, we have another ceramic storage vessel ready to go. I'm just gonna toss this here in the corner for now. We've still got space in this one. Oh, and speaking of, while that's cooking, I wanted to see what's up with fat these days. So it eventually rots into rot. Yep, fair enough. And there's nutrition flasks. So that's from the Alchemy mod. So ignoring that for the time being, you can render your fat. And this does not spoil. So that's an early preservation method. And you literally just cook it in a pot. Okay, we'll be doing that as soon as our food is done, in that case, which should be actually pretty soon, which is good because we're about to start honking again. We're also about to start suffocating. Oh, got a little smoky in there. All right, steal a bowl. Ah, so much more satisfying. All right, I'm gonna fill that bowl, dunk that down, and let's grab both of our pieces of feet. Both of our pieces of fat. What? And let's get these thrown in here. I'm gonna spread them out just because. And I wonder if it has enough residual heat to actually finish. Let's find out. Well, it's stopped going. Nope, it needs more. Well, it has enough residual to light again. Oh, wow, if it goes out, it totally resets the temperature of the cook now? Oh, no, it did finish. Never mind. It just leaves the lid on. Okay, that's weird. So now we have our lumps of rendered fat. These go into storage. And you can use this to make pelts. So you have to render out the fat to use it to preserve pelts now. Okay, interesting. Oh, I'm excited about the new containers and stuff, and it's gonna be fun. I am looking forward to it. Well, I think we owe it to ourselves to go check out this field here, because this looks really flat. This might actually be a great place for us to build. We'd still have access to all of this that we've scouted out, reasonably well. We'd be surrounded by a nice ring of forest, which, I mean, is maybe not great for our safety from bears, but it does look very pretty. Whereas this is kind of barren and our trees feel very far away. But let's head to the west rather. Let's head to the west and just see what's over there. We've got the calories to burn. Not that I necessarily want to burn all of my calories. We gotta start building eventually. Sooner rather than later, preferably. So a question I get asked quite a bit is how to find clay. This is it's a common early game roadblock, and really you just gotta train your eye to look for it. Now I've already gone over how if you open up the map, you can see the patches if you have the color accurate world map, and I realize not everyone plays with this, not every server has it, these should be patches as well. And I do actually really like the parchment colored map. I think it's really cool, but I like seeing the paths form with the natural trails mod, so that's why I use this one. Anyway, even if you don't know about that trick, or if you can't pick out the color difference, it is pretty slight. There are ways to find clay, and really you just have to train your eye to notice it. You're looking for a specific color and you're looking for a specific texture on the blocks. And there's actually some clay visible right here in frame. Have you seen it yet? That's right. It's over there. So here's the clay. It's easiest to see from the side, this kind of reddish pinkish color. That's your clay. That's what you're looking for. I find that this is most obvious, usually fairly low level in elevation, close to water sources. You can see it because the land slopes down, and you're really looking to see the clay in the side of blocks. You are able to see it from the top. You'll notice that it's that like reddish pink color rather than the darker brown of dirt. But it's much harder to make out, if you ask me. So just keep your eye on the sides of blocks and you'll find clay eventually. Peat as well, though peat I find is a little bit harder actually to notice because it's just kind of dark brown. Jack-o'-lantern, wait, that's poisonous, isn't it? Yes, it is. Lots of poisonous mushrooms, jeez. Bearded tooth, you're fine. I don't know if there's any more though. Oh, this is peat. And even ignoring this block that got uncovered because of the natural trails mod, you can see this like spotted texture. Now, dirt sometimes does this as well, so you gotta walk right on top of it and take a look. But if I come over here to the side, you'll see that the texture is different. The grass doesn't reach down into the peat as far. So that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, it can look like medium. Well, no, this is medium. No, that's forest floor. Medium is a little bit darker than that. It kind of looks like a little bit darker than medium, not quite as dark as high fertility soil. But high fertility soil is its own kind of gold mine, so if you find that by mistake, blessings are upon ye. Ooh, look at this. Bunch of spelt. This is a really nice little crop of spelt. Huh. Oh, I love this low-lying fog. Look at that. Pausing time to take screenshots is actually something I do pretty often. If you've ever seen like the time stopped, time resumed, or even me toggling into creative, that's what I was doing. I was taking a screenshot. I take pictures of kind of everything. Low-key everything. In real life too, I mean. If I see something cool, I take a picture of it. Now, do I use that photo for anything? Not really. But sometimes I'll catch it in my photo album as I scroll back looking for something, and it's a neat reminder, you know? So many berry bushes. Wonder how beneficial. Well, I guess you would want to just grab everything to start with, wouldn't you? A lot of jack-o'-lanterns in here. Bodes well for potions. I'm super curious how the berry mechanics are going to play out long term. I know I've already said it, so I won't belabor the point too much, but I'm excited about it. Ooh, look at this pine forest. Yeah, this little section with all the tall trunks. Love that. Always kind of loved the feeling of the canopy overhead. There's a very sheltering feel to it. Lobster. Lobster's edible. And I believe green cracked Russell is as well. Doesn't say it's poisonous. And I mean, the trip is... It's a lot, but I can deal. I can hang. So if I get high from it, so be it. Ooh, copper. Oh. And I just ventured into this cave, and here's the copper. It's poor quality, which is kind of unfortunate, but hey, not gonna turn my nose up to effectively free copper. Ooh, this goes for a ways. Yeah, actually I'm good. Let's get out of here. I should really be taking my pro pick out on these little adventures. Just to grab samples as we go, you know? But alas, I have not that kind of forth. Oh, these are the jack-o'-lanterns. I kind of hate to waste these. I thought they were lobsters. But there's a bunch. I am just going to throw them for now because I don't really have the ability to process them. And there's so many that I don't feel too bad about losing to. Plus, they will respawn eventually. They are not a finite resource, which is always nice. Oh, more copper. Not gonna say no. Ooh, a piece of resin. You'll love to see it. Oh, I need to change the icon for that. Hold on. Yeah, because there's a tree icon. That needs to be the tree. There we go. And I'm gonna use a trick a commenter mentioned on one of the episodes in the first season. So I'm going to grab the... Well, no, we have plenty of inventory space. Anyway, the trick is that you harvest the resin, and then you just place it next to the tree in ground storage. Like that. And then when you come back for subsequent harvests, once you have more storage, you can pick up the whole pile and take it with you. But for now, I'm just going to put this right into our inventory, because we do have pretty ample space. Ooh, look at these cornflowers. I think that's an updated texture. I believe they were a little bit more pastel, like a little bit more desaturated in the previous version, at least that I was playing. I don't know if that was 1.21 or 1.22 that would change would have happened. But here we are at the hot springs that we saw on the map. And hot springs are a mechanic that some players use for useful mechanical structures, shall we say, to the developer's great chagrin. But hot springs have a whole bunch of unique blocks. I believe this sludgy gravel is unique, but then this sludgy gravel with hot spring bacteria mat is unique to hot springs. And you'll note that there's a temperature here that is in Celsius. So when it says 87 degrees, that is 87 degrees Celsius. And I don't know exactly what that translates to, but it will kill you. Don't get in this water. It's not good for you. And it will deal damage to anything that falls into it. It will deal damage to rust spawn, bears, this chick if it isn't careful. So don't get into the water of hot springs. It's hot. It's in the name. But it is kind of neat that they're here because they're very vibrantly colorful and they're novel. They're unique. Ooh, look at this little chamber. Well, I'm gonna grab this bony soil. I don't think that's disrespecting the dead too much, right? There's peat down here? What in the world? Okay, there's probably nothing down here. The peat is a weird inclusion, but sure. I'll leave the bones in peace. And cracked vessel seed. Well, what's in you? Is that pumpkins? Pumpkin seeds! Yeah, sure, why not? Those are in pretty limited supply. We're about to break into that field that we saw on the map. What do we actually have here? Well, there's a lot of cattails. We do like that. Look at this copper right next to this ruin. Anything fun in the ruin? Oh, there's bony soil. Farming. We're getting a little full. I'll mark this ruin and come back later. Oh, jeez. I think that's more than one wolf. I think they're over here in the reeds somewhere. Just give them a wide berth. This huge blackberry bush. That's fun. I like that the blackberries are crazy and intense and gangly looking. There's a lot of cattails here. Wow. Wow. There's so many. More copper too. Glad to see that streak isn't changing. Speaking of, our last settlement was called Coppersburg, and there was some discussion in the comments on the last episode of what we should call the new place. I believe I even said in that episode, New Coppersburg, as just kind of an assumed new name. I even drew up a whole calligraphy logo thing, and I'm quite fond of it, I have to say. It's very good looking. But I'm open to seeing what everyone else has to say about the name, because there was some lively discussion in the comments, so please, let's continue that. Sound off. What? I'll give it a few episodes to simmer, I think, but let's keep a discussion going. What do we want to call the new place? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking New Coppersburg might not be a bad pick. Gonna tag that one as well. If this was actually a new world and we weren't bringing anything over, we would already be into the Copper Age, which is pretty quick. I do not have that many hours on this world. This area is medium fertility, very common rainfall, plentiful copper, obviously. It's pretty flat. It's a little flatter than I wanted. Is this more copper? Yes, it is. Might even be more. What in the world? We have shale. That's a nice dark base stone. There are a lot of wolves, though. That minus 30% harvest speed doesn't really seem to be very impactful. I don't really notice it. Bees! I hear bees! Right in here. I don't know if we can see it. Yep, there it is. We have bees! Oh, season 2 is off to an excellent start. as we continue starving. Oh, that's amazing. We have bees. Oh, and more resin. Nice. How many episodes were we looking for bees for? Oh, wow. That's great. And that's a wolf. That's more resin, though. Okay, I tagged it. Let's get out of here. Oh, chickens. Okay. I need actually to make some reed basket traps for chickens. And rabbits. I've not seen that many rabbits, I have to say. Ghost pipe. This plant is parasitic to tree roots and cannot survive on its own. Thus, it cannot be transplanted. What are you? Flower wreath. That takes a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of stuff from the tropics. Orange mallow is warm. Crotons is from warm climates. And Rafflesia is. Lupins, golden poppy, heather, lupin, ghost pipe. I don't know if that's like a valid combination. Catmint. Can you just take like any 3 flowers? But also, I gotta look these up. So there are 2. They're both parasitic. Parasitic member of the heath family. Heath or heather. Okay, interesting. And a parasitic member of the broom rape family. Small parasitic herbaceous plants. Okay, well, it's not that. It's definitely these. Oh, that totally looks like a fungus, doesn't it? It's a herbaceous, parasitic, non-photosynthesizing, perennial flowering plant. What are you? The scientific name is Monotropa uniflora, for one turn, one flowered, because each stem has a sharp turn to a single flower. Interesting. Commonly found growing in clumps of 2 or more with its fungal source nearby. So it is, wait, with its fungal source. So is it a fungus? I didn't think funguses flower though. Oh, it's a mycoheterotroph. So it pulls, it's specifically parasitic to fungi, and it's russulas. Oh wow, what is this thing? So ultimately, these things are feeding off of the trees, but through the mushrooms that are also symbiotically growing with the trees. Oh, the seed heads are crazy looking too. What a weird plant. They're kind of interesting with the pink stems. Well, look at that. We did some learning. Huh. That's neat. But I guess I'm just gonna leave it because I can't, not edible. Can't transplant it. Oh well. Neat though. I like it. That's a bear. Oh no, no. Let me go berries. And that's a wolf. This is not a safe place to be. Oh, my grace timer is over. And I haven't yet established a permanent residence. No, that's on me. How far away? Oh, how far away is that landmass that I saw? Oh, yeah, that's a ways. Ooh, look at all this flax. Don't mind if I do. Well, I'm actually kind of leaning towards this original field here, even though it's flatter than I really wanted, and it's big. Like there's a long ways to go to get to a source of wood, but even so, it's got a couple things going for it. One, it rains almost all the time, and I'm not sure I'm going to make greenhouses this year, or, well, this season. Or maybe I'll only cover them during part of the year, and I'll open up the ceiling the rest of the time, but allowing rain to fall on your plants does passively water them, and does increase how quickly they grow. So, I mean, that's beneficial. But also, I've already unloaded all our stuff, and I'm not going to pretend that's not a major factor in my reasoning there. But I think I will probably build a bit further inland. But our first course of action, the first thing that we really set out to do, I think, oh, maybe I could build over here. Anyway, is going to be getting a better survey of the land and figuring out where I want to build our farms. They're going to be fairly large, smaller than last season, actually, because we don't have the ring of berries going around them. So they will be 12 by 12 rather than 14 by 14, but, I mean, that's still pretty substantial. Or, I'm sorry, external dimensions are 14 by 14 rather than 16 by 16, but either way, it's a substantial dedication of land. I think I want to check this hill out, because this might be interesting to build on. And it would have like this mountain as a backdrop, has easy access to quartz that we'll be returning to mine pretty frequently. I think that'll be worth checking out, so I will mark that with a white X, and I will also mark this hill with a white X. And I'll see which one looks more interesting. But first, I gotta deal with food again, and the inventory situation that I've got going on here. We have over 128 flax seeds. We can do a full greenhouse now. That's pretty exciting. At least, I think it's exciting. I gotta figure out a permanent place of residence so I can make an actual cellar, because this is not gonna cut it for long. We're rapidly exceeding our preservative storage capacity. This is fresh for 3 days, but there's only 2 servings, so we'll be fine there. We need to go hunting, like, really badly. And I wanted to grab a tool. Our tools are all spread out. There it is. I wanted to bring our prospecting pick. So it's nice and early today. I want to go hunting. I would like to find a pig. I should bring a meal with us. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. Oh well, that's fine. I wouldn't mind foraging for some other food as well, but especially early game, I really like to have meat-based meals because they just last for so long. There's actually a theory that in real life, the dietary quality of humans really fell off a cliff with the advent of agriculture, that the dietary variety just fell off of a cliff with a transition to a much more plant-based diet rather than a relatively higher portion of meat-based meals. Ooh, what did we get? Brown coal, okay. We got more cabbage seeds, some bony soil down here. Anything else if we go lower? It doesn't look like it. Okay. But I don't know if that's true or not, but it's an interesting theory. And I gotta say, it kind of plays out in Vintage Story because I do tend to transition into an increasingly vegetarian diet as the game continues. It's just more viable with agriculture. Oh, here's a vessel. Seed, what is that? Are those soybeans? Soybeans! Yo. Okay. Soybeans are unique in that they turn K into protein. They turn potassium into protein. I believe they're the only crop that gives a protein nutrient. And since protein, like, managing protein sustainably is kind of difficult, it's really nice to have some soybeans. Which I believe flax is potassium as well, isn't it? Flax seeds. Yes. Flax is also potassium consuming. Wow, they really know, the nutrient that matters, huh? That is a very intentional decision. But I'm gonna see about grabbing some of these cattails and turning them into a trap. I think there might actually be enough here, which would be awful convenient. And I know there have been some animals around here. I forget where all the rabbits and chickens that we've been running into are, but those are the things that we're looking to get. Actually, you know what? I should set up the pens first. And I think pens is something that I should probably wait on setting up rather than going for it immediately. Oh, wow, I just did a little bit of exploring down this cave and I totally forgot that I had a pro pick with me. Let's get some samples. There's a little bit of flint down here. Nothing interesting that I was able to see exposed. What do we got? Very poor bismuthinite, poor halite. Okay, hold on. There. Ooh, a piece of flax. Now, what was that reading? Poor halite, and halite is salt. So that's pretty exciting, that there might be halite nearby. Very poor bismuth, borax, lignite, which is a coal, I believe. I'm really bad at remembering the ore names. Yes, lignite is brown coal. Native copper, handy. Bituminous coal, and sulfur. I mean, hey, halite is super exciting. I wonder if I'll be able to find that ever. If I remember right, halite does not show up on the proximity node search, so it's pretty difficult to find. You can, I believe, pick up on sylvite ore, which only spawns within halite salt domes. And sylvite is used to make potash. And potash is a very unique item in the game. It is a fertilizer, like other fertilizers, but potash permanently increases the K fertility, the potassium that we've already been talking about, by 15%. Permanently increases the maximum fertility of the farmland. And it restores 60% potassium, which is the nutrient that is always in extremely high demand, so that's fantastic. So there's a number of reasons that you really want to find halite, and it is continuously a struggle to actually find. But hey, that's exciting. We might be able to find salt. Another ruin here. Anything interesting? Doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that. You know, that goes right under the ruin. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. And it doesn't look like there's anything under that ruin. It would probably be protruding into this cave if there was. And, oh, this is the other side of the cave that I was just in. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I'll take some turnips. I'll happily throw that into a stew. You know, I'm an opportunistic muncher at this point in the game. You kind of have to be early on. Ooh, resin. Oh, I heard a deer. Okay, that's fine. As long as I don't mess with it, it shouldn't mess with me. Hopefully. Anyway, there's some more fennel here. Oh wow, this is even mature fennel. Yeah, we've got the inventory space for it. Why not? Heavy bearer plus 15% yield. I mean, that seems like the best one. The plus 35% ripe duration is, I guess, kind of nice, but I mean, that seems great. I'm gonna spend some inventory space on getting a cutting from this bush. And there it is. It is unfortunately just a cranberry, but I would like to start selecting for good genes as fast as possible, as early as possible, you know? Get that process started. Whoa, plus 30% nutrient uptake? That sucks. I'll take the berries, but not gonna take a cutting from that one. Sure are a lot of berries, though. This one is negative 15% yield. Brutal. Oh, you're a goat, not a deer. Oh, whatever, same thing. Wait. You're literally why I came out here. Oh, that dodge, though. Where are you going? Yeah, the detection range really is a lot larger. Where did it go? So the malefactor would actually be kind of useful now. Hey, there we go. 11 red meat. Let's go. That's pretty good. What do I want to drop? Oh, low fertility soil. And I'll drop the medium fertility soil. We have a ton of medium fertility soil all around, so I'm not too concerned about leaving that one behind. I think those might be rapids. I have some inconvenient rapids. You may be noticing that I'm... Oh, look at this... Oh, I've already marked this quartz. Never mind. You may be noticing that I'm only hunting bigger game. That is in part to get red meat rather than bush meat, because red meat can be used in meals, and meals are more efficient for the hunger pause. But I'm also avoiding hunting, like rabbits still give red meat. I'm avoiding hunting rabbits because I want to catch rabbits and breed them. And they'll be my sustainable source of both red meat and leather, primarily. I'm thinking I'm not going to do rams or goats or deer or whatever this season. They were really just more of a headache than they were worth. It takes so long to breed them, and the rewards in dairy they're so limited. Just, yeah, kind of doesn't make sense, I feel like. Did we not pick up flax seeds yet? Oh, we haven't, though we also have all the flax we need, so I will tag this and move on, actually. Both stay barren. So barren berry bushes don't produce fruit anymore, is my understanding. And in order to fix that status, we would need to give them fertilizer, which I'm going to have to do some experimenting in this very season. Oh, this is borax. I do not remember what I was saying. It's starting to get a bit darker than I'd like, but I really want to get some more exploring done here. I haven't really investigated this part of the field yet that we live next to. Do we live next to or in this field? I guess we'll be living in it. Whoa, that's a big old cave. Hey, piglet. Oh, that's a deep shiver. Not great. This is sulfur, though. Look at this. Why does my auto marker not want to mark like anything today? I think everything ran off. Hold on, let me try messing with this. Or sulfur. There we go. Boom. And what are you? Oh, you're borax proper. Look at this. Oi, you get back here, Shiver. I'm gonna mess you up. Alright, well, sulfur is kind of neat. I don't know if that's... Oh wow, there's so many enemies down here. Okay, nope, I'm just getting out of here. understood. I'm gonna need to, like, block this entire cave off or something. Alright, where's home? This way. I have run out of time, clearly. So, with sulfur, I believe you can make... Oh, chickens! Try to remember that. With sulfur, you can make either fertilizer, which I believe is phosphorus, or you can make bombs. And I'm looking forward to having food security again, let me tell you. Oh no, I can't make anything with these. Come on, man. Okay, so there's a ton of berries over here. There's chickens somewhere in the middle here. I think I've seen rabbits over here and in this clearing. This is a really neat coastline that we were looking over before. And it's like pretty flat in here too. This would not be a bad place to build in. Now that I'm looking, oh no, that's pretty steep. Okay, yeah, maybe it's not as good as I thought. All right, let's build here where we are. Where's the nearest rapid though? I really want to do a water wheel. It's the new thing, you know? Oh, this looks like a rapid up here. We can probably use that one. There's some all the way over here as well, but they're pretty distant. So I think this clearing is probably gonna do. I need to figure out where to set up because we need to get things in the ground. We need to get our pit kilns sorted. We need to get charcoal production back underway. We need to build out our kitchen, which also determines our cellar location because I want to connect those. And we'll need to get a smithy built, actually build a smithy this season. There's so many more like moving pieces to metalworking now that we will need a smithy. And we will also want a bloomery location. Like we will want a bloomery plaza, essentially. The plan was never to live right on the shore like this. This just happens to be where we landed. We'll never mind on the sulfur. It appears I was wrong. You can grind it into powdered sulfur, which is not usable as fertilizer, apparently. Though I can make sulfuric acid for, a bunch of stuff to make chromium tanned hides. Okay, that's what that's for. But you can also make honey sulfur poultices, which are the best vanilla healing item in the game. Or, by combining it with some saltpeter, which is rather precious, and some black coal, you can make blasting powder. And blasting powder can be used for either ore blasting bombs, stone blasting bombs, or scrap bombs. Scrap bombs are kind of like combat grenades. Sort of. They're for combat. They deal damage to enemies. Stone blasting bombs destroy stone very efficiently, but also destroys any ores contained within. Ore blasting bombs don't really clear out as large of areas, but they help with mining ores with a very low chance of destroying the ore outright. Though you do miss out on crystals and crystallized ores, which is kind of sad, since I do enjoy collecting those. Oh, are there different varieties of trader based on climate now? That's new. Oh, we have 2 full stacks of rye seeds. That's exciting. And I was also curious, what else can you do with rendered fat? Oh, it just replaces fat in like all of these recipes. You just have to process it first. Okay, fair enough. Fennel is fresh for 21 days. That was like a root vegetable. Love that. We really got to sort out our inventory. This is getting a little bit miserable what's going on with our inventory. I don't really know where anything is, and I don't want to organize until we're in a more finalized place. So with that, I marked 2 locations with white X's. There's this hill and this hill. I'm just kind of feeling this hill more, so let's go over to this one and check it out. See if this is where we'll end up living. Because we need to start building structures. It is well past time. I'm noticing that the temporal stability is falling as we get closer. I don't love that. And I'm under 100% stability. We are falling. Oh, and it gets worse as we go up the hill too. This is down to only 80%. Well, looks like we're not building here. Our gear is spinning to the left, which means our temporal stability is falling, and this is blighted land. I know it looks fine, but it is blighted. So let's go over to the other hill and see what's going on there. And oh, right here, it becomes low stability. I don't love how close that is, but guess what can you do, right? The hill itself is fine. Like, it's kind of lowish, but I mean, I could live here. Oh man, I don't love the temporal stability in this valley. This plain, clearing, I don't know what you would call this place. And the rainfall isn't that common. I mean, it's very common, but I would like to live in an almost all the time for farm optimization purposes. This whole area is a little bit blighted, except for down this way, actually. Like right down in this area. Maybe we do set up here. Well, I think that roughly decides it. We're gonna build our new settlement, basically right here, just in this kind of low-lying area. I'm gonna put down a block of dirt, and I'm gonna make a cairn on top of it, and this is added by the Natural Trails mod. I do really like them as markers, though. And if I stand on this, jump, I mean, the second floor will be a little bit higher than this, but this gives kind of an idea. That's a decent vantage, I feel like. There will be towers that are taller than this, too. So we'll be able to see over this kind of ridge here. Yeah. It's not quite what I wanted, but yeah, this will do. This will do. I should take another sample. And I see on the map a little depression right here. Yep, that's a cave. Cave with something in it, too. Oh, it's more borax. I think I might have seen something very exciting before we got engaged in combat. Is this what I think it is? Bountiful iron. We've got iron. I was planning on like living right on top of this. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, we're gonna have to like develop this because we're gonna be coming down here frequently. And I do not want to be doing all this fighting every time. Oh, that's so good. Love bountiful iron. Ooh. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Hold on. There's sulfur down here, black coal, some fire clay. That's awful handy. All this just exposed down here too. Ooh, and a ruin. What do we got? Oh, this is a real bed. This is the best bed in the game. Unlike the bed we picked up last season, you can actually use this one. So that's pretty cool. Heavily collapsed chest with an aged children's toy. That can go in the collection. Oh, look at this. There's some goodies we can actually use in here. A torch holder. Let's go. A free large copper lantern even. Damn, you're spoiling me, Vintage Story. Cracked vessel food. What's in this whole treasure chest? Hey, I'll take 2 rusty gears. And I'll also take this treasure chest. And whatever's in this. Some rye grain, sure. And you know what? I'm gonna grab, like, all of this. Let me get this torch holder. I'm gonna grab this jug and this bowl. We do actually need another bowl. That would be nice to have. I want the table, too. And there we go. There's probably stuff under the floor here. Just basing that on comments I've seen last season, honestly. I'm thinking that the straw bed that I just picked up, it's kind of a 2x2 sized thing. It might be cute to like put in an animal pen, because I can't use it, but that doesn't mean it can't be decoration. Okay, this, unless we need to come back in here, this is all dead to me, this entire branch. And now I kind of want the stones back, because I want to make cairns, and I'm gonna put them on this ridge to indicate that I want to block this off. You need to stop. How about that, buddy? So they definitely made some changes to the combat. Throwing spears takes a whole lot longer, and I know that they're dealing less damage. So that's just a straight up nerf, which does not feel great. And it also seems like they tried to add knock up for some reason, but I'm guessing they were trying to add knock back, but it's like the goofiest possible implementation of it. So it just feels terrible because enemies go ricocheting around very weirdly. I don't know. I just feel like the combat feels so bad that we should probably not be making it more punishing, but that's just me. Okay, so I need to come back down here at some point, block this off. Well, I want to keep access to this, so I need to block this off and light this whole place, which is something. Maybe I should leave the large copper lantern here. Light all this up. Oh, we have a mod to check light now. So if I hit Control L, this is our lit area. The green is safe from enemies spawning. The red means that enemies can spawn there. Yeah, I'll figure something out. I think that works for now. It's at least a light, right? Yeah, it's better than nothing. I'm gonna have to light this up properly. But we have iron! We have iron! And it's bountiful! Oh, that's really exciting. Nope, come here, Shiver. Oh, there's peridotite down here? So we can probably get olivine. Oh no, oh no, 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 nope, 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 nope. We're gonna be blocking this off too. That is dead to us. No, thank you. All right, now how do I get out? Let's take our new bowl and go have a meal, shall we? There we go. That's taken care of. Now that we have an empty pot, table, you're... sure. Wait, is that a weird angle? Can you not... I bet you can't actually use this as a table. Like, I bet you can put stuff on it, but you can't make pies with it. I'll bet you. I'll bet you can't. I need to deal with my inventory, like, really badly. Again. So I'm currently cooking some torches because, hey, they're still useful. And I need... meal ingredients. Fresh for 13 hours. Yeah, I'm cutting it a little bit close on some of these. Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm getting smoked out. Oh, there we go. It's done. I'm gonna take this lantern down. I'm gonna replace it with a torch holder. Because I want to see the smoke all the time. It's a bit smoky inside, sorry. All right, let me be a little bit quick about this. I do really enjoy that I have to like be kind of quick about working with my fire pit right now. There, I will make this mix of things, and then I get one serving to eat soon, within the next few days, and I can store 4 of them in a crock, and that's how you start getting ahead. All right. How's the fuel on this looking? Oh, it's gonna need a bit more. Let me grab 2 more? Yeah, that'll finish. And while that's happening, I'm gonna deal with my inventory. We don't have bones in... Oh, we have a pile of bones. That's right. We don't have good storage yet. That's on me. Oh yeah, the aged children's toy. Yeah, you can go there for a moment. It looks so sad. And the treasure chest is our last aged thing, which that I think should contain some of our actual riches. How about we put our rusty gears in here? Oh, that's right. You have to plant your cuttings fairly quickly because they will die on you. Though, if you put them into a vessel, I think they might last longer. Never mind, they don't. Okay. Our food is done. Let me grab a bowl. I'll fill a crock and not our fat. Where's our beeswax? Oh, we found bees. I'm so excited about having found peace. Oh, right, you use it out in the world now, don't you? So, place, and do a shift click? Yes. Cool. And this is suboptimal, but one of the first structures that I want to get built is our cellar. And our kitchen on top of it, though I think the kitchen will actually be a little bit later. The cellar is probably going to be the first thing that we build, because we need to get this stuff underground, like as quickly as possible. And it's going to be just like a dirt hole in the ground. I'm not going to be too fancy about it. Oh, we got to get the bloomeries underway. Pretty exciting that we have access to fire clay already. This is looking wonderful. I'm very excited. We'll put our chest of riches inside, I think. Just feels a little bit better, even though this is very temporary, this building. If I place this, what do I actually get? Yeah, see? It's 4 things, and I can't, like, it's not usable. I can't actually sleep on it, but I could put that in an animal pen, and, like, probably animals aren't coded to actually use it, but it would be cute. That's worth something, right? So I'm trying to plan out how I want to prioritize builds right now, because we have access to iron and I'd like to get that underway, but we don't have mechanization. How much linen do we have? There it is. We have 46 linen. We could make some more because we have more flax twine. How much linen does it take to make a windmill sail? It takes 4. Oh wow, and this has to be irons or steel or meteoric iron. That is spicy. Okay, so no to that. We could make small windmill sails, but we would effectively be burning these after like a disappointingly short period of time. So the way that this is supposed to work is that you create these, which do not require a metal rotor, and you would eventually upgrade to large windmill sails by replacing your rotor with a metal hubbed rotor. However, the reason that we want to build this windmill is to get to iron in the first place. So that's a small problem for us. What can you do? Alright. How has the wind been here? I feel like the wind has not been great. I unfortunately have not been paying as much attention as I probably should be. Alright, so here is our platonic ideal of a greenhouse. And I want to have 4 of these, of course. And I'd like to do, kind of like we did last season, I want to do the kind of clover arrangement of them. But I kind of had a problem with how I did it last season. So this is the nice thing about restarting, is I did have some complaints about Coppersburg, actually. And they were specifically that, like, some of my decisions around how I used space and handled, like, pathing was bad. It was bad. So if I did this, a lantern hanging in the middle at 3 meters high, which I can do, would cover this entire inner area. And then I would have the option, which I wouldn't necessarily take, but I would have the option of using all 4 of these as little roads. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I would like to have all of these be too wide. So, oh, apparently you can shear. So if I instead did it like this. Okay, so there's some problems with that, with this idea. Maybe I'll do this. And like I don't love this as a solution, but it is better in a lot of ways. So that's still 9 by 9, and I'm almost wondering if that's like a dumb idea. It doesn't need to be that big, really. When I actually think about it, it does not need to be that big. Let me make a new layer so I can visualize the lantern. Alright, so there's my lantern radius. So if I place this squarely in the center, that's all it covers. Yeah, I don't love that. I don't love that. But I think it is actually the best use of space. And I could use this courtyard in the middle, maybe for like rot. I could put berries in it too. Well, in any case, I'm gonna need to start building pretty soon. As in, well, tomorrow is probably when I'll do it. A lot of our berries are spoiling. That is very unfortunate. So this waypoint is where I put the cairn to mark where I want to build our house. And this waypoint is the cave where we found all the iron. It's that close. Look at that. Amazing. It's pretty unfortunate that we're dealing with food problems the way that we are. So I actually had a whole plan. One of our vessels was completely full of sealed and filled crocks. And my idea here was that I took a full manifest. I have the spreadsheet. Here it is. I took a full manifest of everything that we were able to cram onto the boat, including our equipment and inventory that we were carrying with us. And included in this manifest was 16 crocks full of food that were sealed crocks full of food. And the idea that I had was I was going to generate a world, take a look around for a bit, and that would cost me 1 crock of food. Then, if I wanted to, I could spend another crock of food to move to a new world. And I could do that until I ran out of food. I could also, this was an additional rule I allowed myself, I could also spend a crock of food to jump back 1 island, so to speak. Each jump back cost another crock of food. So that would become very expensive very quickly. But I was keeping track of this count mentally, and this was actually the 3rd world that I generated. One of the worlds just didn't have oceans for some reason, even though I'm using a continental world mod, which, as you can tell, is working fairly well. There do seem to be major land masses separated by large bodies of water. So this is a really cool world. This one, just the terrain generation worked out really interesting. So I decided, I'm gonna give this world a shot. I'm gonna wander around, see what we can find. So that's what you guys saw. And now we're settling here in this little valley, whatever we want to call this, right next to a giant thing of iron that I didn't even know was there. So that's great. I'm super excited. And it's getting lighter. I think it's time for us, well, I think it's time for me to make some shovels, because I need to get a whole bunch of dirt blocks to build with. Well, I only had enough flint for 2 shovels in my inventory. We have more in one of the chests, but this is good enough to get started, so let's go grabbing some dirt. We're going to be building with some pretty simple materials early on. I would like to move to plaster and more visually appealing blocks relatively quickly, but rammed earth honestly looks pretty good. My food is already getting low. Can I make another meal, do you think? I bet I can. And that'll go in a crock. Just gonna let that cook while we get started on some building finally. Though I'm realizing I don't actually have anything to eat right now. Whatever, there's a bunch of root vegetables and stuff. We'll be able to cobble something together. Okay, so some of the first things that I want to build are the cellar, the kitchen, which the kitchen is... yeah, the kitchen is kind of like this. This is the fridge. The quern goes there. Then this was our water, our table, our oven. These were our fire pits, and this was the curved one. So this is definitely the shape that I want to go with. And then the building around this might be a little bit different. I'm not sure exactly how I want to approach that. But I definitely want to have this core of it already laid out and marked. The kitchen is kind of the heart of any settlement, really. You're going to be in and out of there all the damn time. So I want to have that already laid out and done, in a sense. That should be enough to start with, and I wanted to use, at least for this iteration, I wanted to use some mud brick. Oh, that requires clay? And light mud brick has sand in there as well. Okay. I didn't remember it using clay. Interesting. But we're going to need some clay and a bunch of grass. Well, I think that is plenty of grass. Let's get the clay that we need. Luckily, we are also surrounded by clay deposits. This would be quicker with a shovel, but I'm stubborn and lazy. Now, in the house from last season, we entered kind of around here, and there was a walkway going this way, another going down here, and that led to stairs in the back. And I think I might still be partial to that design, although now that I'm thinking about it, most of this kitchen is going to need to be pretty open. Like the roof of it, the ceiling is going to need to be basically directly into a chimney, because I'm playing with the real smoke mod. So anytime I'm doing stuff in here, like if I'm using the oven and stuff on the fire pits, which is not particularly unlikely, I have done that before, that would be pretty... that would produce quite a bit of smoke, I have to say. So that's an interesting problem to have. Oh, that's really interesting that I have to build around that now. Because, so if I put the kitchen on the ground floor, and I definitely want to put it on the ground floor because I want it to be as accessible as possible, then I have to have basically like a central chimney going up through the entire structure. Oh, that's pretty crazy. Okay. So one problem that I had last time actually was that the stairs happened immediately. There wasn't like a wall dividing the stairs off, and I definitely want that this time. So this would be solid, and then the stairs here. We want to make that too wide, but that means the corner of the house would be there. So if I did this, I could put storage under, obviously, all of these blocks, a lot of these blocks, and the stairs would be on top of these hay bales, and I could get rid of the hay bales after, so I could have storage like under the stairs, and this could be the cellar access as well in this little room back here. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Rather than having a trapdoor access here, which was like relatively convenient, but it was kind of weird having to step up on it to do things. But I can play around with that. Yeah, okay, so that's that. Door somewhere up in here. So that's the kitchen and cellar basically done. I'm not going to build them yet, but I want to plan out... Oh, I'm not going to build them yet, I don't think, but I want to plan out where the pit kilns and charcoal tower are going to live. What if this was the corner of one of my greenhouses and I built them like here? 8, 9, 10, 11, wait. I'm losing count because of this grass in the way. That would be the corner of a greenhouse. That would be another corner. And that would be a corner. Well, it's probably hard to make out, but I think I have a floor plan for the farms. There is a small problem. They're not at all level. I think this will be up by 1. Yeah, I got some more work to do. And I need to make food. Off to the old kitchen. Kind of kitchen, off to the old hovel. This isn't a valid recipe that I had cooking. Well, that's awful neat. Yeah, I guess it's time for some hefty, fennel turnip stew. Delicious. Because that's what we've got. Well, that's going. I'm gonna make some more shovels because we have a bunch of digging to do. Ooh, that just finished cooking. That looks deeply unpleasant. Like, that's not a good color. Ugh. Alright. Well, heat up. Okay, it's a meal. Okay, because I plan on replacing it with stone, I'm going to put down packed dirt as the first course for our farms. So, oh wait, it won't match over there though. And I'm realizing I kind of wanted to have these be 4 wide, which, oh no. If I did that, I wouldn't actually have enough room. So I want to move, like, all of this. This isn't even sized right anyway. Shoot. Oh, 2. This is definitely the positioning that we're going with. So I could drop this by 1. Well, like 1.5, because this section here. and then raise those ones, and they would basically all be level then. And having your farms be level is beneficial for weather reasons, basically, because they're all at the same elevation, so they'll all get the same temperatures, more or less. See, this is really the problem I run into all the time, is food. I need to constantly be eating crap. Why can't I have vegetables and berries? That's so annoying. Why? It's fine. Who cares? Like, yeah, it's so difficult to work fruit into your diet because very few meal recipes actually accept fruit, other than pies, obviously. Just porridge, but we don't have the grain for that. Well, I guess that's what we're gonna be eating. Oh, I need fuel. Whoops. We need to go hunting again. Well, let me grab a bite. It does nothing for us. Oh, okay, we gotta go hunting. Now, this is really what makes pies good, is that you can just shove a ton of calories in them, and it's fine. It's totally fine. And they benefit largely from, like, single ingredient benefits. I'm not actually that annoyed by being shoved into the early game like this. Part of why I'm excited to be playing this... Oh, ripen a day. Part of why I'm excited to be playing this version is experiencing the new stuff, and especially with the berry changes and some of the farming changes. Getting to experience the early game is kind of part of the fun. Shrooms! What kind of shrooms do we got? They're psychedelic. I mean, there's worse fates. Let me make a knife. We're gonna make some psychedelic stew. Ooh, chickens! There's a bunch of chickens. There's also a bunch of these mushrooms. What can these mushrooms be used for specifically in potions? Oh, they're used for just the basic potion base? They aren't used for any specific recipes? Okay. Oh, this must be... The psychedelic mushrooms must be considered poisonous in terms of the alchemy mod. Very well, I guess. I'm gonna put a marker in here for chicken. And yes, that's the bee icon. Just white. Labels it as a chicken. It's just the pattern I use. Don't think too deeply about it. Oh, copper. And now I'm starving. I'm gonna run back home. I did not think I went this far. Wow. Screwed. I'll eat this Liberty Cap now. I can deal with it. I can deal with the consequences. Oh, that's really bright. Oh, it's done. There isn't an art asset for Liberty Cap Stew, apparently. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Placing and picking this bowl up apparently changes the texture atlas or something, because it's causing the hallucinations, the trippy effects, to jump every time I place or replace it. Interesting. Yeah, that's everything. Huh. There's gotta be a way to make that more stable, right? Why is my head not bobbing anymore? Is that a drug thing? I don't hear myself walking either. I seem to be floating. This might be a drug thing. I might be rather high right now. In-game. Okay, so I wanted to take this down by one. Right, well, that's the first farm laid out. Let's get the next one dug out. Wow, it doesn't even render in the bowl. Huh, that's kind of annoying. Alright, I should probably report that, honestly. This is really entirely too much terraforming to be doing with stone tools. Yes, I know I have 10 bronze sitting at home. I'm being stubborn. Just let me. It's okay. I'll get it done. It's fine. I don't actually know that I have the means to work the metal right now, though. No, wait, I think 10 bronze you can work without fellows? I might be wrong. I haven't really explored the metalwork, the new metalworking stuff, like, at all. So we're gonna be learning that together. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, there's 2 of them done. Let's get some holes dug for this. Oh, I do need to do a little bit more digging. I did not realize. Like a little more actual digging, not just digging the holes for water in the farm. Which is important, and it is technically digging. very different purpose for said digging. All right, it's time for some Liberty Cap stew. My apologies. I'll probably skip most of this. And if they actually disable the head bob while you're high on mushrooms to make it feel extra weird, that's such like a stroke of genius. I don't think I've ever seen that done before in a game. That's really neat. Because it definitely does feel off, wrong, like it's very effective. Unless that's a bug, in which case they should take credit for it. Is it a bug or is it a feature? I'm so colorful. Is that my hoe? Yeah, that's not a pro pick, that's a hoe. Okay, cool. It's genuinely difficult to see right now. Alright, I just had my last bit of stew here, and the effects do seem to stack, so that's fun. Okay, looking at the map, which is not affected by my state of intoxication. Yeah, we have all 4 of our farms closed in now. Now it is time for using the hoe on the entire field, for plowing the field. Tilling. That's right, you till with a hoe, not plow. I'm really bad at remembering that one, aren't I? Oh. Yeah, the sky is real trippy. Moving on with my life. As soon as this effect starts to wear off, we're going hunting again, because we don't have anything to make a meal with anymore. I always forget how big of a deal managing calories is in the early game. And then I play the early game. And it's like, oh yeah, it sucks. You're starving the entire time. Until that first harvest comes in, you're starving, bucko. 1 of our 4 farms done. Though the effect is starting to wear off pretty substantially. So I think it's hunting time. Actually, no. I'm gonna go in this direction. Oh, I can hear my armor again. And my spear is kind of bopping. Oh, I think my head is moving again. Yeah, it is. Okay, so that is totally part of the intoxication effect with hallucinogenic mushrooms. Is that you don't play your like step sounds and you don't get head bob effects. So it makes it feel like you're just kind of like floating around. That's neat. That's a neat trick that I think works. I like it. Ooh, mushrooms. Wait, isn't Witch's Hat okay? It is. You can often tell from the name if something is going to be edible or not, and then there's Witch's Hat to throw a giant wrench into the mix. And Witch's Hat is all like weird and colorful and stuff. Like it seems like it should kill you. Oh, I don't know that I finished explaining. So I had this whole system for our food, for how I was going to manage how much food we were coming into this world with based on like how many times I re-rolled the world seed, basically. This is poisonous. Moving on. But when I finally picked the world, I went into creative, because that's how I imported everything, is I just rebuilt the boat in creative and repopulated the chests with everything, decked myself out. That's why all of our tools got free durability refills, which I don't feel too bad about. Oh, copper. Nice. It's maybe a little bit cheaty, but it's not too bad, whatever. But there's so many poisonous mushrooms. But it turns out you can't create filled crocs in creative. Now I could have converted those crocs to pies, but I didn't want to lose the crocs themselves. That seemed like a bigger flaw of continuity. Oh, more copper. That seemed like a bigger flaw of continuity than even like the tool durability getting restored. So I gave myself 16 empty crocs. And that's where we are. Oh, that's a wolf. What? Okay, I know that the one went over, but... Yeah, do you see what I mean by, like, really goofy knockback? He just goes bouncing up into the air. Did that? Oh, that did. Look, at this point, I'll take the bushmeat. And the bones, if I can fit them. Can I give up shale? I can give up the shale. Oh, Oh, these are some really bad. Whoa, that's so many modifiers. Strong Rooted is nice, but then that Shy Bearer for 15%, negative 15% yield, that sucks. And yield is like the most important one, so this has so many good bonuses, and I just don't care. Got him. I will say, animals generally seem, like aggressive animals generally seem a bit more prone to running when they get to low health, and kind of makes hunting them easier. I don't know if that was the intent, but kind of how it's working out. I don't think that was the intent. I think the intent was to make things harder. That's a big old oak tree. You do kind of love to see it. Am I hearing more bees? Yes, I am. There it is. That's even close. I don't even remember. Oh, here they are. That's so close. Nice. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. Oh, and a fruit tree. Mature. But it says tree state is young, yet it's mature. This feels relatively substantial, this ruin. There's probably something underneath this. And I'm just gonna move on for the time being. I do not have the inventory space to be messing around in here. Oh, more witch's hat. Well, I am glad I did not eat the witch's hat in my inventory. Sorry for the screen effect. I'm desperate for calories. Look, man, I need these calories like you don't even know. No, you probably do know. I suspect most of you guys do play Vintage Story. Oh yeah, I'm floating again. That is definitely a thing. Huh. Yeah, that's really cool. That's a neat touch. I like it. I like it quite a lot. It's one of those things that's like, it's small, but when it's not there, you notice it. You can't even hear yourself walking. That's so trippy. Ooh. Now that's a nice berry bush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a cutting and I'm just gonna plant it right next to this cranberry bush. So when I come here in the future, I'll be able to get 2 cuttings off of this very nice genetics bush. I'm gonna do the same to this because this is also a plus 15% yield. Ooh, and this one. It would be kind of neat if, and I don't know if this lines up with reality at all, but it would be kind of neat if there were like, if one of the mushrooms was a stimulant, so it made you walk faster or something. And I don't know if there are any mushrooms that are stimulants in that way, but I'm just kind of spitballing here. It would be kind of neat, or like tea leaves or coffee, like caffeine of some kind, or there's a whole bunch of different stimulants like that they could dip into. I wonder if we'll ever see those in Vintage Story outside of a mod, like in official. More copper, more witch's hat. You do love to see it. Love things that stack in our inventory. The best. How many witch's hats do we have now? 19, let's go. We can make a stew out of that. I mean, mushroom stews don't do very much, but you know, it's something. It's something. Orange oak bullet. Not poisonous. I don't really have room. I have king bullets. Ooh, that's a good bush. Good berry bush. Oh, I can't plant it on forest floor, so I gotta like carry it out. Copper. We've found so much copper in this world so far. Maybe the name New Coppersburg is just fine, actually. Because we're gonna have plenty of it. Violet webcap. These are fine, actually, and I don't even think they're hallucinogenic. At least they weren't before, because these are not actually new to Vintage Story Violet webcaps. They've been here since at least 1.20. I don't know when they were added. Are these death caps? Yeah. There really seem to be a lot more mushrooms, and I'm not complaining. What is a honey mushroom? Not poisonous is what it is. Chicken of the woods. Chicken of the woods is a real mushroom. It is edible. I mean, these are all real mushrooms, just chicken of the woods sounds so ridiculous. Like, what do you mean chicken of the woods? I don't know if it's flavor or texture or what, but it's probably supposed to resemble chicken. That's a lot of wolves. I know it was just wolf hunting, but that's a lot of them. I don't know that they gave chase in the first place, but decided to nope the heck out of there. Ooh, almond mushrooms are fine. More copper. And this time is the ore straight up, just poking out of the ground. Well, poking out of the cliff face, I guess. So I'm going to start being a lot more discerning with which berry bushes I tag. I'm only going to tag the good ones, and I might start clearing some of the tags that I already have. Oh, it's getting late. Like, that's a good plant. Look at that. Ooh, and it's heavy bearer and strong rooted. Like, this is the meta berry bush right here. There's probably better rolls. Like, you can probably have 4 modifiers that are all positive, but that's a good one right there. That's a good bush. All right, so it's getting late. It's probably time to head back. Oh, I thought that was sulfur because it's golden hour. You know, because it's so plentiful, I'm gonna grab one of our pieces of copper. I need a log and 4 sticks. I don't think I have a log anywhere, do I? No. Here's the nearest tree. That's a weird... I don't know if you guys can quite make it out, but there's like a patch here that is not getting the watercolor. Oh, now it's gone. I wonder if there's something underground in that direction. Well, we will probably never find out. But that was weird. I'd kind of like to cut down an oak to get leather started as well if I'm gonna be here anyway. You know what I mean? I know there's oak trees in here. There's one, but it's huge. Just really hoping for one of a more reasonable size. We have oak seeds. I brought a bunch with us, but that'll take a while to grow. Oh, here's a short... Well, this is only 1 log, but okay. Sure. I did ask for smaller. I did ask for smaller. We should really set up an apiary pretty soon. And I'm not talking a big one, because we have so much stuff to bring online. And an apiaries are often pretty easy to extend, so it seems a vaguely reasonable size. Probably gonna have to make some decisions about my inventory still, but you know, if my axe can even get through this. Oh, no, it actually lasted. Look at that. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, a log, 4 sticks, and our nugget of copper to get a thermometer, and let's go place that in a Mistar Farms, because it's never too early to start collecting that data. Let me tell you. And where should I put it? I guess maybe this corner. Yeah, I guess that'll work. I'll get used to it, right? Now I've got some meals to make, hopefully. Hopefully I have meal making stuff. I really wish you could at least like cook bushmeat, you know? That's fresh for 18 hours. The mushrooms all last a lot longer than that, so I'm gonna cook that first, I guess. And then I'll figure out what I can do from there. Oh yeah, we're out of peat. Some days sooner rather than later, I'm gonna dig up a bunch of this peat and put it into crates. But that is for when we're more established. That's the kind of thing you spend time on when you're not scraping every single calorie out of mushrooms that you can get. But I'll grab a decent bit of this for now. So now I have a slightly taller roof, so maybe I won't get asphyxiated in here as much. I guess we'll find out, won't we? It is definitely getting smoky, but I seem to be mostly avoiding the worst of it, so that's good. So it says the cooking temperature is 150. It's at 250. The stack is apparently warmer, but it's not cooking. It's kind of annoying. Alright, what kind of a meal can I make happen? Not much. I mean, I guess that's what we're doing. Oh. I started to asphyxiate a little bit. I wonder if it's because I was standing on this and that pushes my head up enough. I wanna test that. Yes. Okay. So all of the smoke is staying high enough that I can be in here while cooking now. As long as I'm not standing on anything. Wonder if sitting helps as well. It very well might. I'm gonna immediately take 4 of that. Place that down. I need 1 piece of beeswax. And now I have 2 more servings ready to go. You know, it occurs to me that I'm not sure if I've explained my reason for prioritizing things the order that I am. And I'm working on getting the farm into a plantable state first, top priority, because farms have the longest delay of anything else that I want to build as kind of my, like, initial setup. But once I get these all tilled, which is actually going to burn through this entire copper hoe, unfortunately. Once I get these all tilled, I'm going to have to build the walls up pretty significantly, and maybe do some more digging to make sure the level is high enough all the way around. And there it finally goes. Alright, how many more hoes am I going to need? I'm going to need like 6.5. I need to make 7 hoes. Oh, that's so many. Oh, I don't have any flint on me? Oh, I just found quartz chunks much closer to home, so that's kind of convenient. Might go to those first. There's more borax. I don't think I've ever found this much borax in a world before. Been finding it all over the place. I'm sure there is someone in the comments already cursing my good fortune, because they've been looking for borax for several in-game months. I can totally see it. Dear commenter, you have my sincerest condolences. For me last season, it was bees and iron, but I think mostly bees were the one that I really struggled with. Glad that both of those things are solved, though I'm sure there will be something that escapes our discovery this season as well. There always is. There's probably also someone in the comments asking why in the world I'm doing this in such a tedious way. Well, so the Natural Trails mod that I enjoy so much causes a slight problem when it comes to farms, which is that as you walk on soil, it degrades the amount of grass that's on top of it, and that's just how it works. I love it. But every time a grass block updates to a grassier state, it has a chance of spawning new grass. So I have to work on tilling my farms while specifically avoiding walking on the untilled portions, which is a little bit tedious. And it means that it kind of limits my reach in, so that's why you see me doing it in this very tedious way. I have a reason. It is indeed easier to just destroy all of the grass and have it be in like the fully, kind of like how this block is, the fully grassed state. And if you're not playing with this mod, it will not regrow grass. It's very common for people to mow their lawns like that permanently. I generally prefer not to because I actually just like the grass growing all over the place. This is the second stone hoe, by the way. I'm going to keep track and see just how close I was, because those are the kinds of games I play with myself, seeing how accurate I can be on estimates like that. Number 3. Number 4. Unless I've lost count. Considering I'm someone who counts everything, I feel like I lose count very often. 5. I said it was going to be 6.5. Looks like it's not going to be quite that bad, but we are almost... We're going to be making a 6th one. Oh. There's only 6 more blocks. Alright. That's unfortunate. But there we have it. All 4 of our farms are fully tilled and ready to go. Well, they need water, but that doesn't take very long, and they need to be sowed, obviously. I need to plant things, but neither of those take too long. And all of our planting is already done. It's NPK, this one will be fallow. The end. But there is a question. Where do I put the doors? It sounds like a totally goofy question, but it is serious. Where do I put the doors? So I don't know if this is a bug or not, but if you have a lantern, so you can ground storage lanterns now. You can put them in the 4 quarters. And if you do that, you can right click to pick the lantern back up. It's great, love it. However, if you put a lantern in the center, you can't right click to pick it up unless you have an empty slot in your hotbar to pick it up with. And that's just kind of tedious. So there's something I want to do with that lantern, but I'm going to hold off for now because there's more pressing concerns. Specifically, I need to get this walled in, and I want to get a fence up on top of it. Ultimately, I want to do 3 more layers of wall on top of this. Oh. I don't know how those escaped me. That was weird. Anyway, I want to do 3 more layers on top of this, but I want to get planting done before that. So I think only 1 more layer and then fence. That will make it so that animals can't get in from this side, even without digging all of this out. And then that'll be the house, which will be closed off separately. Yeah, I think that's the play. I'm going to do 1 layer on top of this, fence it in, plant, and that'll be done on the farms. Okay, I need to go eat something. I also need to figure out where my doors are going to be on these farms. Yeah, I think I like this. I think I like this layout. That's good. That's good. Oh, our corn. That's right. I need to make a bunch of barrels for our rot. Genuinely did not think that this was going to be a problem already. So I do have a few boards if I can find them again. I usually have more logical storage than this. Oh, they're in my inventory. It doesn't ruin the pot. Interesting. I thought that it would. I mean, I guess fat is edible, right? Man, would you look at this? It's just adorable. We're getting some lights put down. This is starting to feel like a real place. Well, maybe I just want to make the doorways. Maybe I just want to make the doors kind of equidistant. Since this has an actual center anyway, maybe I embrace it. It'll do for now. I'm heavily debating just building this out of packed dirt. I'm already planning on replacing this packed dirt layer with a more, like, some kind of a cobblestone. And the only reason I'm, like, working with packed dirt right now is because I want to get things set up. I want to kind of scale things very, very quickly. It's already a third of the way through June, after all. So I want to get the planting started, build up the kitchen, which is my primary processing center. I'll need clay working. I'll need a pit kiln set up, the charcoal tower, and a smithy, and storage. Though storage is probably before something in there. There's the cellar, which will be underneath the kitchen here, but I'm gonna need more permanent storage as well. It might go on top of the kitchen. Yeah, I think, okay. I'm thinking about stuff for too long. Let's get to building. I want to get this put together. I'm just gonna use packed dirt for now. I'm going to cut the corners because I am interested in speed and efficiency right now. And I can recycle this packed dirt into rammed earth, which I am planning on using at least until I can get plaster production like underway on a relatively industrial scale. And then we're going to be giving our home an upgrade, maybe even a makeover if you're into such terminology. Not exactly work I'm proud of visually, but practical for the time being. Let's get the resources for this fence, and then I'll feel alright about planting in here. And then it will feel safe enough from those dastardly bunnies. Okay, if my math is correct, I need 190 fences. Let's open up the handbook, and I could use rough-hewn fences again. I honestly kind of liked the look, but they're really expensive. They're really expensive considering a log can turn into boards. And I don't remember the exact conversion rate. It's either like 8 or 16. But the point is, rough-hewn fences cost 2 logs for 8, admittedly. Whereas a normal wooden fence costs a lot less than 2 logs. It's only 4 boards. Also, for 8. See, 190 fences is about 3 stacks. It's a little bit less. I'm gonna need to make 3 stacks of these things. Okay, where are my tools? I think that's back at the beach. Yeah, while we're out there, I should keep an eye out for something to eat too. And just to check, you get 12 boards out of a single log, and it takes 4 to make 8. So that means I get 24 out of each log. I need 190 divided by 24. That's only 8 logs? Wow, that's so much less than the rough hewn. That's amazing. Okay, so I only need 8 logs. What wood do we want to base this on? Ooh, that's a good question. What wood do I want to use? What wood do we have access to? Honestly, oak is a pretty good color, I gotta say. Debarked oak looks pretty good. Ooh, that would look really sharp against some of the other colors I'm working with here. Like plaster, this would look very rich and warm against it. And I'm thinking is it shale that we are in? Yeah. Shale is a little bit darker than this. Actually, go over to one of the crazy caves by our house. There, that's the color of shale stone, so cobble is going to be pretty similar to that. Yeah, I see that bowtorn. I still want to confirm that this is brown coal. Yes, it is. Okay, let's get out of here before that bowtorn tries to kill us. I mean, it's already trying, but before it lands the hits. Let's see, the actual nearest forests are... There's this whole area here, which has a lot of maple and oak, I believe it was primarily. And then this should be pine down here. I mean, if we wanted to go with oak... How many seeds do I have for oak? I think we have a bunch. Here's our... Oh, yeah, we have like a stack and a half of oak seeds. Okay, yeah, we could do that then. Well, in that case, it's 8 logs I need to chop up. I can sacrifice 8, that's fine, especially since we live next to a bunch. And I need 2 sticks per 8. So that then is 190 divided by 8 times 2. We need 48 sticks. So let's go get some sticks. For some reason I feel like I'm about to run into a bear. Head's on a whoa! Wow, okay. Talk about being clairvoyant, one in the world. Okay, I should really deal with that, but I know it's gonna take an incredible number of hits. I gotta go for it. What are these hitboxes? 12. That was 12 hits. And I don't know, like 5 that went directly through? Obnoxious. But we got there. Okay. Back to getting wood. Or sticks, specifically. Let's see if there's anything interesting down in this cave. Never mind, that's a sheer drop. A question was recently asked in the Discord. Shout out to the Discord, by the way. Which wood people use as their throwaway firewood? And upon reflection, I have to say I kind of agree with the stance that maple is the worst wood, and thus the best source of firewood. Just, the planks are not an appealing color. I've mentioned neat details in this game a couple times, and here's another one. Maple seeds, which are these crazy things, are seeds that basically have a wing on them, and when they fall, they spin around the like wildly off-center center of balance, center of gravity rather, and it slows their descent so that the wind can carry them really far. It's quite effective. But in Vintage Story, the seeds also spin and apparently get carried by the wind. Wow, they flew right away from me. Get back here, seeds, I want to plant you. Oh wow, they went quite far, didn't they? Unless they got stuck in this bush? They unfortunately will not plant themselves. Oh no. I already planted enough seeds to be self-replacing, but well, that happens. I did not know that they get carried by the wind like that. So, yeah, buy seeds. How many stacks was that again? It's 190 divided by 64, 3. Basically 3 stacks. Alright, and I'll be using more of them in the future, so I don't mind making a couple I don't mind making a couple too many. Hopefully my math is right. Yeah, this real smoke mod is pretty neat. There's a little bit of smoke over here. There's some over there. This is neat. I like this. And yes, I know that this looks terrible. We're going to be replacing all of it. Trust me. Is this salt water? Wait, is this not salt water? I don't think it is. Ooh, that's awful handy. I don't have to go looking for a pond. Because it's raining, our farmland soil is actually at 100% moisture, which is higher than this water will set it to, because this first ring will only ever be to 75% moisture with water here, unless you water it in addition. Oh no! But this will still give it a floor of 75%, and that's very beneficial for all its own reasons. I believe that's all 4 of these done? Yes! Nice. Okay, I need our seeds. So that's rye is our nitrogen crop. Onions, parsnips. Can I throw anything else at our phosphorus? That's not even half the greenhouse yet. That's so crazy. All right, well, is what it is. And let me grab our flax for our K nutrient, which is potassium, right? No. Yes, K is potassium, P is phosphorus, and is nitrogen. That one's easy. All right, I'm gonna do these from this entrance, so it'll be NPK. Let's get our nitrogen crops planted. That is a full greenhouse of rye. Let's go. All right, phosphorus isn't gonna fill quite as nicely, but let's do our best. This is ridiculous. This is all of the phosphorus seeds I've ever found. Crazy. All right. And finally, K, our potassium crop. That's going to be a good flax harvest. We could probably do with more, but that'll do for now. And I think it's about time we finally put our quern in place. I said this back in old Coppersburg, but I feel the quern is central to a settlement. It's like a hearth in a way. It's so like emblematic of one's progression into the mid-game. And that's why this is our basalt quern from old Coppersburg. We carried it here with us. But with the farms firmly established, if in need of considerable upgrading, and our old quern placed, I think it's safe to say that this is home for us now. And this is an alright place to call the episode. Before we leave, I want to give a huge shout out to my supporters over on Patreon, names currently on screen. These are the names of people who go above and beyond every month to support me over there on Patreon, and I cannot thank them enough. Your financial support is never required, but always appreciated. Links are down below if you wish to join them. But, patron or not, thank you so much just for joining and hanging out today. This has been fun, and I'm really looking forward to the future with this season. I hope that you'll join me in future episodes. See you then, and as always, have a great one.